Hi, I'm Liz. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to go through a short mobility practice focusing on the upper body. You are going to need a foam roller. We're not going to use it to actually roll, it's just for one of the exercises that we're going to do at the end. So this is great if you have lots of tension through the shoulders, maybe even through the neck. You might feel it down through the thoracic spine area between the shoulder blades. By the end, you're going to be feeling nice and open and like you've got more movement. You might even feel like you can breathe better once we've done this. So it's going to be short, really great if you don't have a lot of time. It's going to be very effective. We're going to begin laying down on our stomach. We're going to start with some breathing. Just laying down, resting the chin or even resting the forehead down to the fists. You can close the eyes here, just let the body relax down into the floor, maybe wriggle the hips a little bit, wriggle the shoulders a little bit. So we're going to do what we call crocodile breathing, super fancy name for a really nice breath, really great way to bring some awareness into your body, also to start to relax a little bit. Start to breathe in through the nose. And as you're breathing in, think about expanding out from your belly and from your rib cage and the back. So we're not just going to breathe into the belly and press the belly down into the floor. We're going to breathe in. Yes, we're still pressing the belly down into the floor, but think about expanding in a 360-degree motion through the rib cage and the back. So if you can, I don't know if you can actually see that on me through the video, but I'm just going to take a few breaths, so I won't be speaking. And I don't know if you can see that. It's really subtle, but we're kind of taking the spine to a little bit of flexion and extension as we breathe in and out. It may take a little bit to get used to, so we'll just spend a little moment here, just focusing on the breath, breathing in and out of the nose. Seeing if you can get that 360-degree motion through the body. Take 2 more breaths. And just take a little moment, check in with how you feel. So we often breathe shallow. We can breathe up into our chest, our shoulders and our neck, using muscles that don't really want to be using to breathe. They're more accessory muscles to our breath. We don't be using them to do the whole thing. And this can feed into stress and anxiety and also tension and tightness and lack of movement in the upper body. So if we can get the breath to do what it's meant to do, we can start to free the body up just from our breath. We're going to start to do some movement now, coming onto the hands and knees. We're going to do some spinal circles. This is one of my favorite movements. Kind of starts like we're going into cat-cow or cow-cat, however you want to look at it. But we're going to move the body in again, like a kind of rotation. So think the body is like a barrel. So you breathe in, drop the belly down. As you breathe out, you're going to roll the rib cage out to the side, up and around to the other side, back down through center. Breathing in, breathing out. Roll it out, up and around, pressing through the palms. And just continuing to do that movement using the breath. Thinking like the torso is this barrel and it's all moving as one. Could do this all day. One of my favorite things to do, just to free up through the spine, free up through the back. Let's do that 2 more times in that direction. Reverse the circles. So as you're rolling up, really press down through the palms. You might feel that through the shoulder blade area. You might even feel that all the way down into the hips. Do that a few more times in that direction. One last time. Coming down into a child's pose, reach the arms out in front. You can rest the forehead down to the ground or rest it down to your fists, just whatever feels best for your shoulders. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Roll yourself back up. I'm going to do an opening now through the chest, focusing on one side at a time. So you're going to come back down to the hands and knees. I'll just do this one from the front to get us started. So your right hand is going to face the fingers in almost kind of towards your opposite shoulder. And this hand here is just here for support. And we're going to bend through that elbow and then turn the body to the opposite side. So right shoulder here, I'm going to take the body to the left side, and you're going to feel, or hopefully feel, a bit of a stretch there through the chest muscles. So you're kind of leaning the body down and then coming back up out of it. So let the body go down towards the left, like you're turning the body to the left, but you're not going all the way, and then press it back up. So this is really nice, just to open up through that front of that shoulder as well, into the chest. A lot of our days done forward motion. We're always looking, at our phones, we're driving, we're on a computer. Maybe you're holding a lot of kids. We're going to hold into a stretch, just coming down as far as feels okay for you. Just hold there and breathe. Using the breath. Press back up. We're going to go into the movement. So you could do this for up to 4 minutes if you wanted to, or even longer if you've got the time. But this is a short on time mobility practice, still really beneficial and effective. So we're just doing a couple of movements, couple of holds, hold again into that stretch. But you can kind of make this your own and spend as much time as you've got on each movement. It's making sure you're doing even amounts each side, or maybe you feel like you need to do more on one side if it feels a little bit tighter. Okay, pressing up and out of that. Just give the wrists a little bit of a break. Come up, give them a bit of a roll. Maybe roll the shoulders out. And we'll go into the other side. So this time, left hand's going to turn in. Fingers are facing the opposite side of the body. Elbow is going to bend, and we're going to turn the body towards the right and then come back up. So turning the body, pressing back up. And it's just going to depend on what you do in your day. Maybe you do lots of training as well, as to where you feel tension, how intense it is. I was going to say severe, but it's sort of a bit of a full-on kind of word. All right, hold into the stretch. Breathe. Pressing back up, and then going into that movement again. So when we do this type of stuff consistently, you really start to free up the body. You'll find that you can move better, there's less pain, you might even start to alleviate joint pain if there's pain in the knees or the elbows or the hips. You find that you get stronger. Hold into the stretch. Really great if you're doing a lot of strength training. Okay, releasing that, coming back out. So we're going to do one more movement on either side. This is where we're going to need the foam roller. Just going to move some of these kettlebells out of the way because I'm going to have to move my arm around. All right. So this movement here, the foam roller, if you don't have a foam roller, you could use a cushion or a book or something. You're going to lay on one side and you're going to bring the top knee over. We want to keep pressing that knee down into the roller or whatever you're using. The arms are going to be kind of lined on top of one another. So we're sort of in like a side lying position here for now. If you need to rest your head down to something, you can grab like a rolled up towel or a rolled up blanket or even some kind of bolster to rest the head down onto. And we're going to open up the body. So we're opening that top arm and reaching the arm over, just coming as far as you can. We're not forcing it down. You want to keep pressing this knee into the roller. You might feel that quite strongly down through the hip there, maybe even through the shoulder, chest and thoracic spine. Opening it up just as far as feels okay. Then we're coming back over. So we're going to do some movement. So we're moving through this motion of opening the body, bringing it back together. You can also just kind of hold your head where it feels naturally, if that feels okay for the neck. Next one, we're going to hold and just see if you can relax that upper body as much as you can. Maybe the hand touches the floor, maybe it doesn't. Keep pressing this knee down into the support. And breathe. Great for opening up through the thoracic spine. Again, that's going to help us breathe better. It's going to help us move better. We're going to feel better, think better. Let's go through that motion again. So closing it up, open it back up. Holding out for a stretch. You can even focus on breathing into this top rib cage if that feels good. Keep pressing that knee down into the support. And then slowly make your way out, and we'll go into the other side. So just excuse my back. So setting yourself up. So in that side lying position, the knees on top of the support, arms are going to come out. They're just a little bit lower than the shoulder joint, and then opening it up. Bring it back, closing it up. Reaching that arm up and over. You might notice one side feels a little bit different. That's okay, just kind of acknowledge it. You don't have to figure that out for now. Just kind of work with what's happening in your body. Hold into the stretch. Press that knee down. Breathe. Let's add that movement again. Just working to your range of motion. Last time, let's hold into that stretch, hold and breathe. Maybe you're breathing into that top rib cage. As you breathe out, see if you can relax a little bit more, but we're still focusing on pressing that knee down into the support. And slowly make your way out. Maybe hug the knees in towards your chest. Take a little rock or a roll around on the lower back. Whew. Hopefully you feel pretty good. Maybe you feel a little bit more open. I know I certainly do, especially through the chest and through that mid-back area. Feels really, really nice. Love to know what you thought, how it felt for you. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.